My husband made me believe soulmates aren't real. I used to think I had one. We met at 5 years old, neighbors, inseparable for 20 years. My first everything. When we married at 18, everyone said we were perfect. And we were, until I came home early on our 7th anniversary and found him in our bed with someone else. I remember standing in the doorway frozen. Not screaming, not crying, just frozen. Like my brain refused to process what my eyes were seeing. He looked up and his face went white. The girl scrambled for the sheets. I just stood there thinking, we planned our kids' names in this room. I called my best friend from the bathroom floor. She showed up, grabbed a bag of my things, pulled me out while he was still talking through the door. I didn't hear a word. I was already gone in every way that mattered. The divorce took 8 months. His parents begged me to reconsider. My parents said, do whatever you need. I chose myself. Barely. After the papers were signed, I completely fell apart. 2 years of therapy, of crying in parking lots, of canceling plans because getting off the couch felt impossible. Everyone kept saying time heals it. I kept waiting for that to be true. Eventually, my friend dragged me back into dating. I went, I tried, and I kept doing the same thing. Looking for him in every guy I sat across from. Same energy, same jokes, same warmth. Nobody had it. 30 dates over 2 years, and I left every single one feeling more hollow than before. That's when I met my now husband. My friend set us up. She warned me he was different, and I didn't understand what she meant until we were at dinner, and he asked me exactly 2 questions about myself the whole night. The rest was him discussing my field of work, industry trends, things I didn't care about in that moment. He didn't laugh at anything I said, didn't lean in, just sat there, calm and hard to read. Eating like this was a perfectly normal first date. I drove home convinced that was the worst date I'd ever been on. He called 2 days later and asked me to dinner again. I almost said no. My friend told me give it one more shot. Second date was slightly better. More questions, actual smiles. By the 4th date, I realized he wasn't boring. He was just careful. He didn't perform. Didn't switch on some version of himself to impress me. He was exactly who he was. Take it or leave it. And somewhere around date 5, I realized I didn't want to leave it. 6 dates in, after we finally hooked up, I said I was hungry. He told me to stay put. Left. 20 minutes later, he was back with orange chicken from the Thai place 2 blocks over. I asked how he knew. He said, you mentioned it on our 3rd date. Said it was the one thing that always made you feel better after a long week. I just stared at him. My ex had known me since we were children. Knew my family, my history, my childhood bedroom. And in all that time, he never once remembered a single thing I liked to eat. This man had known me 6 weeks and quietly filed that detail away like it mattered. That's when I understood what my friend meant by different. We dated 2 more years before getting married. I learned things about him slowly. He grew up with parents who were addicts, lost them both before he was 20, was on his own earlier than anyone should have to be. He didn't talk about it often, but the way he moved through the world, steady, no wasted motion, paying attention to everything, made complete sense once I knew where it came from. 12 years now. He still asks need help every time he walks in and catches me doing something alone. When I was pregnant and waking him up at 2 a.m., he never once sighed, just got up, did the thing, went back to sleep. When my anxiety got bad a few years in, he came home one evening and handed me a card for a therapist who specialized in infidelity trauma. I never asked him to find that. He just noticed something was off and quietly did something about it. My ex filed for his 3rd divorce last year. His mother still messages me every few months implying I ruined him, like 2 more failed marriages after mine don't say everything.